Hi everybody and welcome to the Toronto Real Estate Show with Janelle and Leslie. I'm Janelle Cameron.
Hi there, I'm Leslie Pearson.
And today we're going to go over the real estate statistics for the month of August.
Sorry, I'm adjusting. Anyways.
Never mind. Hi everyone. Hope you had a great week. Welcome back. We're still settling into our podcasting routine. Thought we would go over the stats. They came out last week, but it's never too late.
Never too late, and I think a lot of people don't follow them anyway, so
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any harm in talking about them. I don't think this is old news, I guess.
Yeah.
For most people, we're like deep into it, but I think the average person isn't.
Yeah, it's one of our most popular episodes
Yeah.
every month though, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Let's just talk a little bit more anecdotally about what's been going on from your perspective. How's things been? What are you seeing? What are you feeling?
I'm seeing a lot more houses for sale.
Yeah.
A lot more nice houses for sale.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that buyers have come out of the woodwork like I thought they might have.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I
Sorry,
think-
I'm still adjusting here.
Yeah, I know. I think that part of the problem might be just the inventory is so
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Especially in the condo market, we've had an unbelievable amount of new listings.
Yeah.
Hundreds every day, literally.
Yeah.
Like 100 or 200 every day.
Yeah.
Which is sort of shocking.
So the buyer pool for that just can't keep up.
No.
Maybe that's what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling kind of blah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say the same. Like it's funny, like one of the listings we have, which I brought out, I think it's been on the market about 40 days, it's a condo, and it was really slow in the beginning, then it got busy during the middle, and now it's slow again, which is interesting. I would have thought that would have maybe picked up, and I think there's just so much competition all of a sudden.
Is that your Distillery District condo?
No,
Which
this
one
is
that?
this one is Neighborhood Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one Neighborhood Lane.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and then just slow, like condos are slow, right?
Yeah, condos are slow. Just too much.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
too much. Now I do have a listing coming out next week in Oshawa, and it's going to be a low price, needs a big reno, but you could live in it type of place.
Whole house?
And I think that will be good, so we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that might be the only kind of thing at the moment
Mhm.
that's kind of moving along.
Mhm.
I don't know, we'll have to see.
I don't know. I've got buyers who are happy about the interest rate reductions, which were announced last week, and I think it's at the third in a row,
Yeah.
maybe fourth. But there's no, okay.
Yeah.
Like there's no sense of motivation, or certainly not any urgency.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody seems to care.
No.
Their head isn't in the game.
No.
Anybody I talk to is not thinking about it.
Is it going to get in the game?
I don't know.
Like, is it only...
Like, why isn't it?
Maybe because they're anticipating further rate cuts?
Yeah, so have the rate cuts been not deep enough and not frequent enough? Or did the bit of time pass where we didn't have cuts just change the mindset of the people out there? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But not anybody I talk to is motivated to move,
Yeah.
to take advantage of this market before, if it gets crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They understand the logic of it, but they don't seem to care.
Strange. I guess we just have to wait and see. I don't know. I don't know how
Is that what you're seeing?
I don't have a lot of buyers right now.
Yeah.
Like most of the people in my world are sellers, so I don't really know. But I'm getting that impression. Like I do see things selling, but just not as quickly as I thought that they might, given the time of year and.
Yeah, and the people that I have that would be selling, even there, we would have. You know, I had people crazy about a house 3 years ago, and the husband was just not ready to make a move then, but they say they are now. The very same house is on the market. It went crazy over asking on an offer date. It's on the market now. It's been on the market for 3 weeks. And
He won't do it.
neither of them will. They've just said we just don't have the taste for it right now.
So
that's the word they use, that we don't have the taste for it.
So tell me about the price. What is it now? What was it?
So they will take a hit to the sellers.
Yeah.
So they have it listed without an offer date. It's been on the market, as I say, 3 weeks for less than they bought it for 3
Right.
years ago.
Yeah.
And they have done, not significant renovations, but
they put some money in.
expensive renovation. Yeah.
Wonder what would make them need to sell.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the same listing agent that when it sold 3 years ago, she double-ended it, and she's listing it now. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is maybe it's a separation
Yeah,
or divorce.
it's often
It's
is.
the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
Because 3 years isn't a lot, or else they're being transferred or something business-wise. I don't know. But the difference in my people between that
Right.
and now is we don't have a taste for it. It's the house you were, like, she was falling apart over not offering it this house 3 years ago.
And now
And here
here's the
you have a
opportunity.
chance. Yeah, it's been
Weird.
sitting for 3 weeks.
That is really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, really strange.
Yeah. Now
So-
they have a house to sell in order to, I think,
To
be
do
able
that.
to afford this. But they have an entry level kind of house in a great neighborhood, so I think it would fly.
That is interesting. The other thing I wanted to say about that is that a lot of people, if you did buy 2 or 3 years ago, you probably are losing money now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean all of you will. Like, I've kind of seen both scenarios, so you kind of have to depend. But if you are one of those people that are going to lose money because the timing just was terrible for you, you're not alone.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you feel any better, but
Yeah.
it's just letting me know.
And then, so they're very cautious people. Their preference would be to sell first, to know how much money they have. But it's so rare that what they're looking for comes up
Right.
that I almost say we should do it first. And you could have the flexibility, I think, now of a long close and
Yeah.
condition
Yeah,
or
a little-
two.
yeah.
Anyway, they will not. They don't have a taste for it.
Okay.
And it's the perfect house for them.
Yeah, that just
So they're
sums
going
it
to
up
sit
right there.
and make do where they are, which is
Until the market heats up
that
and
they
have
have
to
a house they
overpay.
don't love.
Right.
They don't love it.
Okay.
And it needs some more significant renovation if they were to stay there, and they're holding off because I guess they think at some point they'll get the taste. Anyway, I'm rambling. But so everybody I talk to is kind of like
Kind of in the
not
same
got the
boat.
taste.
Weird.
Just making me not really have much of a taste.
I don't have the taste.
Yeah.
Like for myself.
Yeah.
I see good deals out there and I think, oh, if I was ready, that would
Well,
be a
then why
great
are you
deal.
ready?
I don't have the taste.
Yeah. Well, so this is the thing.
I'm just lazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do see good deals, and I saw one. This is an unbelievable deal. It was in 33 University,
Oh yeah.
which is an older building, but it's kind of, and there's no balconies,
No.
but it's a kind of a cool building. I have a client in a unit there, which is gorgeous. But this unit came up. It was like about a month ago. I think like 15 or 1600 square feet. Beautiful inside, renovated, everything about it stunning. It had come down, and you know what it was priced at ultimately? $829,900. I almost died, and I was like, oh, and it had 2 parking spaces. Everything about it would have been perfect for me. Except I kind of want a balcony. But other than that, I was like, and I think it sold in multiples. Maybe it went for like $840. What a steal of a deal!
Yeah.
Like there are
Yeah.
crazy
There's a building
deals.
I like that you wouldn't like, but I like it for older people. And I bought and sold in there a few times, and I keep my eye on it. I actually lived there. I rented there when I was just.
Oh, you're talking about the Donway.
Yes,
I love that building.
On Don Mills, not the Donway.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's one there for sale. Needs a total job, but it's for sale at I think $525, and it's been on the market for a long time. So you could get it in the fours. I think.
Wow. And how big?
I don't recall, but it's not big enough. But I thought, like, why? Like that would be such a smart thing to do, because I was selling similarly sized done ones for close to $900, like
Wow.
before COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So if you could get it for half the price and spend some money on it,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. because I don't have a taste.
We don't have, that's
And that building, the only thing about that building is it's not near water, so that kind of bugs me, but also
Yeah.
you can't have pets.
Oh,
That's a
good.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah, don't have a taste for that
No,
at all.
I couldn't do it.
No.
But,
No. Well, that's interesting, but I mean, maybe this all just says, you know, what it is out there.
yeah, and when for this couple that I mentioned earlier, you know, when I look at houses that are where and what I think they would like, they've all been sitting for a while,
Mhm.
all of them,
Yeah.
without fail. None of them are new. None of them have offer dates. Like, it's a great time, but so there's a disconnect between that and
There's a
buyers'
disconnect.
feelings.
It's strange. I can't quite, like, if I needed to buy though, for sure. I don't know, I guess people are waiting.
Yeah.
And they think that they're going to be further. I mean, that's the problem with the Bank of Canada. Every time they say, "Oh, we're going to reduce
Yeah.
rates further," you know.
Yeah, I expected more to be happening, and maybe it is, and I'm just not part of it. But
Could be.
um,
Well, let's talk about what happened in August anyway, because this was fine. Like, nothing bad, nothing good, just
yeah, well, that's how
mediocre.
everything is now.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as I felt it was going to be.
No,
I felt it was going to be good, but I don't think I would call it good. Fine is
fine.
a step down from good.
Yeah. If we're rating the terrible to excellent.
So what happened in August?
Okay, so sales were down, and I was a little surprised with that because it did seem to me like things had picked up a little bit.
Yeah, just anecdotally our experience.
Yeah, and maybe, you know, based on where we are, but they were down 5.3% from last year. Now that is not terrible because year over year sales have been down like 19%, 20%
Right.
for the last few months year over year. So 5.3%. You know, August is a slow month anyway.
Is a smaller gap
Yeah.
than you would think.
Smaller gap than you would think. So yeah, I didn't really think that was a big deal. It did seem like some people who were sitting on the sidelines were jumping back in. So that's kind of what we saw. But we also had quite an increase in new listings again, which 1.5%, but still that ends up being quite a few, like 12,500 new listings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in August. And August has been traditionally like not a good time to list your house.
Yeah.
Or your property.
So I wonder to what do you attribute that?
I think because the interest rate cut in July, I think had more of an impact than people are saying it had in terms of getting people moving a little bit. Because I all of a sudden was getting lots of showings on places and questions, and I think I sold one or two. So I think that there's a bit of interest going on.
I think sellers thought maybe everything is so bad anyway that the logic of holding till September no longer holds. It's going to be bad in September. Why not do it now then?
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
Why wait if it's going to be bad? Because
Right.
usually it would be very strong after
Yes.
Labor Day. And I think people were not expecting it to be strong, so why wait?
Also, you have to think about the fact that, you know, every September there's an influx of new listings. So that if you're one of those people sitting back, you know, you're going to be in the frenzy of new listings if you wait. So yeah, so we had that. Okay, so we had sales were down, new listings were up. Same story we've had year over year. Now prices though pretty flat. They went down a tiny little bit. It was 0.8%, and the average price went to $1,074,425. And again, that's for all of the GTA and for condos and houses. So still a pretty good, you know, price point for sellers. Still not very good for buyers.
Yeah. And you know, 1% is that statistically significant? It's
Yeah.
probably a wash.
Yeah, because I think last month they went up
Yeah.
0.9. This month they're down 0.8. I think it's all a bit of a wash.
Mm-hmm.
So the Toronto Real Estate Board, of course, as they do, think that further interest rate cuts are going to make the difference. I think it will, but I'm just not sure it's going to be as immediate as we would like to see.
I agree.
Especially in the condo space.
Yeah.
I think that could take a while.
Yeah, I agree.
We've just got we have to purge the system.
Yeah, I think that one, in a lot of things in life, things get ugly before they get prettier, and I think that condos are even going to get uglier than they
I
are.
know,
Yeah.
I know.
But
Poor condos.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about prices per region. 416, 1.692 million for a detached. Now that was up 3.2%. So the detached homes in the 416 were the best performing category last month. 1.336 million in the 905 for detached. That was down slightly to 2%.
Yeah.
So not bad either way. 3% increase better than 2% decrease, of course. Semi-detached, we had 1.2 million, 1.204 in fact. They were down slightly in the 416, 2.6%, and down even more in the 905 to 4.8%. Townhouses were down in both markets. And condos went down a fair bit. 681,835 was the amount for condo in the 416, and that was down 6%.
Yeah.
That's a first, given all that's been going on, that's the first time we've seen that big of a price drop.
Yeah.
And again, it's, you have to take all of this with a grain of salt, because remember that, in August, we may have just had a lot more lower priced condos sell than they might in September.
Right, that's a good point.
So we just never really know for sure.
Yeah.
One of the telling things is always, I like to look at, obviously, days on market, and that increased a fair bit in all areas. So the average days on market last month were 28 as opposed to 20 in 2023.
That's significant.
It is significant. Yeah.
That's for houses and condos?
Yeah, for everything.
Yeah.
So, and I have to say, 28, if something sold right now in 28 days, that would actually be pretty good. What we don't see here is that same house that took 28 days to sell may have been relisted several times. That is not included in this number.
And also, because it's a softer real estate market, buyers have more opportunity to make conditional offers, and that counts as days on market.
It does.
So I think in the past, we would have seen fewer conditional offers.
Yeah.
And so that adds to days as well. I think that's part of it too.
But, and I think that's important to note, because, if you think, like I've told, a couple of my clients, like, we're looking at 60 or 90 days to sell a condo right now. Probably maybe more.
Yeah.
And again, let's say we listed for $799. Well, that may sit on the market for 2 weeks, and then we decide, we really need to be at $749. Well, we're going to take that off the market entirely, put it back on, and the days on market start fresh. So that doesn't get counted in any of this. So then we go, oh, okay, so it hasn't been on that long. But, some properties, one of which I have listed right at the moment, has been on the market for a very long time, but it doesn't show that.
Right, because you keep doing it that way.
Right, you have to just keep researching the history.
Yeah. You don't have to do that way, just so people know that. So Janelle's talking about kind of terminating a listing and coming out fresh, so your numbers start again. The other alternative is to just change the price, and so the days that you've incurred already stay, and you keep going from there.
Now, here's a question for you. When you are searching for a client, do you always look at price changes, or do you look at everything? And the reason why I'm asking is that as a buying agent, does it matter to you whether something is relisted or has undergone a price change? Does it change?
I don't think it changes anything in my mind. I think there's no stigma to one or the other, and to me it doesn't make any difference at all.
Yeah.
Just have to be sure to kind of look at the history of every new one,
Yes.
you know, if you're proceeding with interest in it.
Yeah.
Because
I think for me, the only difference would be, not for me, but for my clients, because they may be alerted to something new, which is why I always do that, is they get a new listing in their inbox that says like, oh, here's, 123 Main Street on the market. They may not have noticed that it was on the market.
Oh, see, I get the
before.
opposite reaction. I'm like, I get like, oh my God, 123 Main again is new again.
Right.
Like, what are they
right.
trying to scam
Yeah.
us with? Like,
Yeah.
I've seen this living room 6 times.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But
so-
if it's been relisted.
And that's only if you're an aware buyer,
Yeah.
paying attention.
By the way, in many states in the U.S., you can't relist.
Mhm. You can't relist?
No, you have to do a price change.
Oh.
Yeah.
I probably have a slight preference for price change.
I do
Just think-
both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do both. They're both merit attention in different situations, but my preference is price change. I think it's just more reflective of the
Mhm.
situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're seeing everything. And what are there? How many condos for sale now south of Bloor? I think we're up. Like, are we near 1,000?
I would
Or
have
over
to-
1,000? I don't know. Like, really?
Yeah.
Your choice of price change or for coming out new doesn't really matter.
I
You're
know.
competing with at
And
least
and
$9.99.
how do you stand out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is
That's
this
hard.
is the thing.
I get that question. My place
Yeah.
hasn't sold for a long time. What can you do
Right.
to make it sell?
Right.
And I don't know that I have a brilliant answer to that.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Because often if something is listed with another agent and brokerage, I'll have a look at the listing. Sometimes I think they're doing everything right.
Yeah, I know.
So, they're doing everything right. What is,
So right now, I'm just looking here. There are 2,587 condos for sale south of Bloor.
so that's insane.
Yeah, almost 2,600.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here, but
Well, I think we'll just wrap it up because we may have had a technical glitch and hopefully it still works. We're not sure. Anyway, it doesn't look good.
I don't know. What would have...
It doesn't look good at all.
Anyway, so
If you're still listening, have a great week. We'll reconvene next week.
and we'll repeat this if we need to.
Yes, just as back to Will.
Happy real estate, everyone.
Happy real estate.